Last month, a Porsche 911 Carrera driver got absolutely gapped at a stoplight by what looked like a soccer mom's compact SUV. The Volvo EX30 that embarrassed him cost less than half what the Porsche does, and from the outside, it looks about as threatening as a golden retriever. Welcome to the era of the automotive sleeper, where the most boring-looking cars on the road are packing supercar performance, and nobody sees it coming until their taillights are shrinking in your rearview mirror. The days when fast cars looked fast, they're dead. Gone are the mandatory hood scoops, the aggressive body kits, the exhaust tips the size of coffee cans. Today's quickest vehicles are hiding in plain sight, disguised as family sedans, grocery-getting crossovers, and yes, even minivans. We're talking about cars that'll hit 60 miles per hour faster than a Ferrari F40 while looking like they're on their way to pick up the kids from soccer practice. Here's what makes this moment in automotive history so wild. Performance has been democratized. You used to need 6 figures to get sub-4-second acceleration. Now, you can get it for the price of a well-equipped pickup truck. Electric motors delivering instant torque, turbocharged engines hiding in economy car shells, and manufacturers playing chess with insurance companies by keeping the exterior subtle. It all adds up to a golden age of the sleeper car. We're counting down 20 vehicles that will absolutely destroy your expectations. Some cost less than a loaded Honda Pilot, others deliver Bugatti-level acceleration in shapes so boring they could cure insomnia. The only thing they have in common, nobody sees them coming. Let's start with number 20. Number 20, Mercedes-AMG E450. Here's a clean, curvaceous E-Class sedan with styling that Motor Trend described as understatedly elegant. No massive air intakes, no carbon fiber everywhere, no quad exhaust screaming for attention. Just a handsome luxury sedan that looks like it belongs in a country club parking lot, not a drag strip. Under that elegant sheet metal sits a turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-6 making 362 horsepower. Doesn't sound earth-shattering until you realize this thing hits 60 miles per hour in about 4.5 seconds. That matches the sprint time of a first-generation Dodge Viper. You know, the car that tried to kill its drivers and became a legend for it. Number 19, Mazda 3 Turbo. It's a Mazda 3, a compact sedan that blends into traffic like elevator music. Available in beige, sits in a segment where most buyers are cross-shopping it against Corollas and Civics. Nobody expects anything from this car except good fuel economy and maybe a Bluetooth connection that actually works. Pop the hood and you'll find a turbocharged 2.5-liter 4-cylinder making 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. In a class where 190 horsepower is considered adequate, this Mazda is packing 50% more muscle than anyone expects. 0 to 60 happens in the high 5-second range, which doesn't sound special until you remember this costs under $35,000 and looks identical to the base model with the 186 horsepower economy engine. Number 18, Hyundai Sonata N-Line. Let's be honest about what this is. A Hyundai Sonata, the same mid-size family sedan that rental companies buy by the thousands. The car your neighbor bought because it had a good warranty and fit the car seats. It screams responsible adult decision louder than a Costco membership. Except this one has a turbocharged 2.5-liter 4-cylinder making 290 horsepower. Routed through an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. That dual clutch is the secret weapon here. It delivers power more effectively than a standard automatic, helping the Sonata N-Line rip to 60 in 5.4 seconds. For $35,900 in 2025, you're getting a car that's quicker than a lot of sporty crossovers costing 50 grand or more. The N-Line gets sportier styling than the base Sonata, sure, but it still reads as appearance package rather than genuine performance. Most people see the front lip and 19-inch wheels and think you paid extra to make your Sonata look sporty. They don't realize it actually is sporty. Number 17, Genesis G 73.3T. Genesis is still building brand recognition in the United States, which means most people see the badge and think Hyundai's luxury brand, rather than legitimate threat to BMW. That works perfectly for the G73.3T, a handsome but understated Korean sedan that looks expensive but not aggressive. Under the hood sits a twin-turbocharged 3.3-liter V6 making 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in the mid-4-second range, putting it right in the conversation with German sports sedans that cost 10 grand more. What separates the G70 from obvious performance cars is the packaging. No massive air intakes, no boy racer exhaust, just clean, attractive lines that could easily be mistaken for a base model if you don't know what to look for. Genesis wants this car to fly under the radar, which is why they included a Sport Plus mode that completely disables traction control. They're not building a luxury cruiser here. They're building a backroad weapon that happens to have nice leather. Number 16. Kia EV6 Light Long Range RWD. The Kia EV6 has angular styling that looks quick, but here's the thing. Most people see an electric crossover and assume it's built for efficiency, not performance. And when you specify the Light Long Range RWD trim, the name itself sounds like you're prioritizing range over power. Plot twist: this supposedly efficiency-focused model makes 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 5.0 seconds flat, which is properly quick. The really sneaky part, it makes identical power to the sportier-sounding Win and GT line models. Same motors, same performance. Different badge. For $50,300, you're getting serious performance in a package that doesn't advertise it. The GT model gives itself away with lime green brake calipers visible through the wheels. The Light Long Range keeps everything subtle, flying completely under the radar. Number 15. Honda Odyssey. It's a minivan. Let's just acknowledge that up front. The Honda Odyssey was designed to haul kids, groceries, and the occasional piece of furniture from IKEA. It looks exactly like what it is: practical family transportation with sliding doors and enough cup holders to hydrate a soccer team. Here's what Honda didn't advertise. The 3.5-liter V6 makes 280 horsepower, and when paired with the 10-speed automatic and relatively low curb weight for a minivan, the Odyssey will hit 60 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds, according to car and driver testing. That's quicker than a Honda CR-V. Faster than many crossovers people buy specifically because they think they're sportier than minivans. And yes, quicker than older Porsche Boxsters. When the VTEC kicks in, and yes, minivans get VTEC, it makes what the Autopian described as a not terrible sound and pulls hard enough that family members actually notice the acceleration. That's rare for a vehicle in this segment. Number 14. BMW X2 M35i. Compact crossover SUVs are everywhere, and most of them are about as exciting as beige paint drying. The BMW X2 looks sporty enough with its sloped roofline and M Sport styling, but it still reads as another premium crossover to most people. Just another lease special in the mall parking lot. Then you notice it's the M35i variant, which probably still doesn't mean much to non-enthusiasts. They see a BMW crossover. You know it's packing a turbocharged 2.0-liter, 4-cylinder, making 312 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 5.2 seconds, which puts this mall crawler in legitimate sports sedan territory. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and adaptive suspension help it handle like something half its size. Big brakes provide stopping power that seems excessive, until you remember this thing weighs over 3,700 pounds and can hit 60 in the time it takes to read the sentence. Number 13. Audi RS3. The RS3 looks like an upscale A3 sedan with slightly bigger wheels and some subtle trim differences. If you're not an Audi person, it's easy to mistake for a loaded A3 Premium Plus with the sport package. Compact sedan, handsome but not outrageous, blends into traffic like any other German luxury car. Under that restrained exterior lies a turbocharged 2.5-liter, 5-cylinder engine, making 401 horsepower. Yes, 5 cylinders. It's an odd configuration that creates a distinctive sound thanks to its 1-2-4-5-3 firing order. That engine is literally half of a Lamborghini V10, sharing DNA with supercars while hiding in a compact sedan. 0 to 60 happens in 3.3 seconds. The quarter mile disappears in 11.8 seconds at 117 miles per hour. With the optional Pirelli P0 Trofeo R track tires, the RS3 lapped the Nürburgring in 7 minutes and 35 seconds, 5 seconds faster than a Bugatti Veyron, according to Audi's own testing. Number 12. Volvo S60 T8 Polestar Engineered. It's a Volvo. The brand built its entire reputation on safety, Swedish design, and sensible choices. The S60 sedan looks handsome in that understated Scandinavian way. Clean lines, no drama, nothing that screams for attention. It's the automotive equivalent of a well-tailored suit. This particular S60 has a turbocharged and supercharged 2.0-liter, 4-cylinder, paired with an electric motor, creating a plug-in hybrid system that makes 415 horsepower. Both turbo and supercharger on the same engine, plus an electric motor for instant torque. The result is acceleration, that motor trend compared to the Toyota GR Supra. Here's where it gets interesting. The S60 T8 can spin all 4 tires off the line despite weighing over 4,400 pounds. That power delivery is relentless enough to surprise anyone familiar with Volvo's traditional character. Yet the same car will glide over pockmarked pavement, according to Motor Trend, maintaining that Swedish focus on comfort and refinement. Number 11. Land Rover Defender V8. Look at the Defender and your brain immediately categorizes it. British off-road SUV, built for safari adventures and muddy trails. Probably great at crossing rivers but terrible on pavement. That boxy shape, the raised ride height, the rugged aesthetic, everything about it says utility vehicle designed for capability, not speed. Which is why nobody expects the V8 model to pack a supercharged 5.0-liter engine, making 518 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 4.9 seconds, which means this trail-rated SUV will match a Honda Civic Type R to 60, smoke a Subaru WRX, and then drive up a mountain and across a desert just to prove it can. The Defender V8 weighs a lot, north of 5,000 pounds. But that supercharged engine doesn't care. Launch it hard and the all-wheel drive system claws at the pavement with the same determination it uses to climb obstacles off-road. The adaptive air suspension can be raised for trails or lowered for better aerodynamics on pavement, making it genuinely capable in both environments. Number 10. BMW M550iX Drive. Park an M550iX Drive next to a base 530 sedan, and good luck telling them apart. Same wheels, same subtle body lines. No M badges screaming for attention. The 550i looks like someone who leased a well-equipped 5 Series and called it a day. Under that identical sheet metal sits a twin-turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 making 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. And here's where the story gets better. When Car and Driver first tested the M550i, it ran 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. Respectable, but slower than expected. BMW's engineers discovered a software glitch where the stability control was cutting boost during hard launches. They fixed it over the air. No dealer visit required. The corrected M550i hit 60 in 3.5 seconds and ran the quarter mile in 11.8 seconds at 119 miles per hour. That's faster than the previous generation M5, the actual M car, while costing about $30,000 less than the current M5. Number 9. Cadillac CT5 3.0-liter twin-turbo. Here's a car most people don't even know exists. Cadillac makes a huge deal about the CT5V Blackwing with its supercharged 6.2-liter V8 and 200 mile-per-hour top speed. Everyone knows about that car. Fewer people realize you can get a standard CT5 with the same 3.0-liter twin turbo V6 that powers the V-Series models. This engine makes 335 horsepower, just 25 horses less than the CT5V series. And with all-wheel drive, it'll blast to 60 in under 5 seconds. The exterior looks completely standard. Conservative Cadillac sedan styling, no aggressive vents, nothing that screams performance. Just another American luxury car in the Whole Foods parking lot. The smart money is on used examples. 2023 models with low mileage are available for under $40,000, which means you're getting near V-Series performance for used Toyota Camry money. The interior is properly luxurious, the ride quality is excellent, and when you want to move, that twin-turbo 6 pulls hard and smooth. Number 8. Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Look at a Jeep Grand Cherokee in a parking lot, and you see a family SUV. Practical, capable, seats 5 comfortably, can tow a boat. The Trackhawk version looks almost identical to lesser Grand Cherokees. Slightly bigger wheels, some subtle badges. Nothing that screams, this vehicle is absolutely unhinged. Open the hood and you'll find the same supercharged 6.2-liter Hellcat V8 that Dodge stuffed into the Challenger and Charger. 707 horsepower, 645 pound-feet of torque, in an SUV that weighs over 5,300 pounds. 0 to 60 happens in 3.5 seconds. The quarter mile is done in 11.6 seconds. Top speed is 180 miles per hour, which puts the Trackhawk in the top 10 fastest SUVs in the world, even by today's standards. And this thing debuted in 2018, when that performance was completely unheard of in the SUV segment. Number 7. Dodge Charger Scat Pack. Every rental car fleet in America has Dodge Chargers with 3.6-liter V6 engines. They're everywhere. Fleet white, fleet black, basic wheels, cloth seats. The shape is so familiar it's practically invisible. Just another 4-door sedan that could be an Uber, a taxi, or your last rental at the airport. The Scat Pack looks nearly identical unless you know what badges to look for. Same basic shape, same 4-door layout, nothing wild about the exterior. But under the hood sits a naturally aspirated 6.4-liter Hemi Fib 8, making 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. No supercharger whine to give it away, no turbo whistles. Just big displacement, naturally aspirated American V8 power that pulls hard from any RPM. 0 to 60 happens in 4.2 seconds and top speed is 182 miles per hour, properly quick by any standard. Number 6. Audi S6, 2012 to 2018. Audi's evolutionary design philosophy means their cars age gracefully. A well-maintained 2016 S6 still looks contemporary today because Audi changes styling so gradually that most people can't tell a 7-year-old model from a brand new one. This works perfectly for the S6, which looks like a standard A6 to anyone who isn't an Audi enthusiast. The second-generation S6 came with a 4.0-liter, twin-turbocharged V8 making up to 444 horsepower in post-2016 models. That's a 30-horsepower bump over earlier versions. And with Quattro all-wheel drive, the S6 delivers what one reviewer called ballistic acceleration away from the lights. 0 to 60 happens in the low to mid 4-second range, depending on model year and conditions. The twin-turbo V8 pulls hard and smooth. The 8-speed automatic shifts cleanly. And the all-wheel drive means traction is never an issue. It's not the most dynamically gifted sports sedan. The steering is a bit numb. The handling is more fast than fun. But when it comes to point-and-shoot acceleration, the S6 is genuinely one of the quickest. Number 5. Tesla Model 3 Performance. The Model 3 has been on the road since 2017, which means everyone's used to seeing them. They're everywhere. Commuters, Uber drivers, tech workers, rental fleets. The shape is familiar to the point of being invisible. Most people can't tell a base Model 3 from a long range from a Performance without checking the badges. The 2024 Model 3 Performance received significant updates, including a new rear electric motor that bumps total output to 510 horsepower. 0 to 60 happens in 2.8 seconds according to car and driver testing. Edmunds tested it at 3.0 seconds, which matches the Porsche 911, Carrera 4 GTS, and Lamborghini Huracan STO, cars that cost 3 to 4 times as much. The quarter mile is done in 11.0 seconds at 125 miles per hour. But here's what makes it a true sleeper. There's no sound, no exhaust note, no turbo whistle, no supercharger whine. Just instant silent violence that pins you to the seat while making zero drama. The only thing louder than the acceleration is the tire noise. Number 4. Dodge Charger Hellcat Red Eye. Take everything we said about the Charger Scat Pack looking like a rental car and apply it here, except this time there's 797 horsepower under the hood. The Red Eye is distinguished from the standard Hellcat by subtle badging. A red eye and the Hellcat logo on the fenders. That's it. Most people won't notice. What they will notice is the supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi's devastating acceleration, 707 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, quarter mile in the mid-11-second range, and a top speed of 203 miles per hour, which earned the Charger Hellcat Red Eye recognition as the world's fastest production sedan by top speed in 2022. Park this next to a V6 Charger in identical colors, and most civilians cannot tell the difference. They see a 4-door Dodge sedan, a car, transportation. Meanwhile, you're sitting in something that makes more power per rear wheel than an all-wheel drive Bugatti Chiron when you do the math. Number 3. Cadillac CT5 V Blackwing. The Blackwing looks muscular but not outrageous. Wider fenders than the base CT5, a subtle rear spoiler, quad exhaust tips. It reads as sports sedan, but doesn't have the visual aggression of an M5 or AMG. The Cadillac badge helps here. Most people see American luxury, not German rivaling performance. Under that relatively restrained bodywork lives a supercharged 6.2-liter LT 4 V8, making 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet of torque. This is essentially the same engine Chevrolet put in the C7 Corvette C06, just slightly detuned for sedan duty. 0 to 60 happens in 3.4 seconds. The quarter mile is over in the mid-11s. Top speed exceeds 200 miles per hour, making the Blackwing the fastest sedan Cadillac has ever built. And here's the kicker. You can get it with a 6-speed manual transmission, which is basically unheard of in the performance sedan world in 2025. The really impressive part is how it handles that power. Magnetic ride control suspension, massive Brembo brakes, sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. This isn't just a straight-line monster. It posted competitive lap times at various tracks, proving it can turn and stop as well as it accelerates. Number 2. Volvo EX30 Twin Motor Performance. It's small, cheerful-looking, and about the size of a Chevy Bolt. The Volvo EX30 has friendly styling with rounded edges and a face that looks more approachable than aggressive. It's marketed as Volvo's entry-level electric crossover, the sensible choice for city driving and efficiency. Every visual cue says, responsible EV for urban environments. The twin-motor performance model makes 422 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque from dual electric motors powering all 4 wheels. Car and Driver tested it at 3.3 seconds to 60 miles per hour. That's quicker than a 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera. Quicker than the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing we just talked about. Quicker than a Ferrari 458 Italia. Quicker than the Aston Martin Vantage. All while looking like cheerful, safe, Swedish family transportation. The quarter mile disappears in 11.8 seconds at 112 miles per hour. Top speed is electronically limited to 114 miles per hour, but honestly, when you can hit 60 in 3.3 seconds, top speed becomes academic. This is the fastest car Volvo has ever made in its nearly 100-year history, and it looks like something designed to safely transport children to school. Number 1. Tesla Model S Plaid. The Model S has been around since 2012. Everyone knows what it looks like. Smooth, aerodynamic luxury sedan with clean lines and zero drama. No spoilers, no scoops, no visual aggression, Just an elegant electric sedan that looks like it belongs in a Silicon Valley executive parking lot. The Plaid model makes 1,020 horsepower from 3 electric motors. Motor Trend hit 60 miles per hour from a standstill in under 2 seconds during testing a few years back under very specific conditions. Even in normal testing, the Plaid consistently runs sub 2.1 seconds to 60 with the 1-foot rollout. The quarter mile is done in the mid-9s at over 150 miles per hour. Let that sink in. Mid-9-second quarter miles. That's quicker than most Bugattis. Quicker than the McLaren Senna. In the same league as purpose-built drag cars. Except this has 5 seats, a massive front trunk, an even bigger rear trunk, and looks like standard luxury transportation. There's no warm-up procedure, no launch control ritual, no mechanical symphony building to a crescendo. You put your foot down and the Plaid just goes, instantly, violently, with a sound like a spaceship from a science fiction movie. The acceleration is so brutal it genuinely affects your vision. Your brain struggles to process how fast the scenery is moving. The steering wheel is a yoke. The interior is minimalist. Nothing about it screams performance. You could be sitting in traffic checking emails, and the person next to you in a Lamborghini has no idea you're driving something quicker. They see a Tesla sedan. You know you're driving one of the fastest accelerating production vehicles ever built. The sleeper car isn't dead. It's just evolved into something quieter, faster, and more convincing than ever before. Whether you want electric violence, supercharged muscle, or turbocharged stealth, there's never been a better time to drive something that looks slow, but absolutely isn't. And if you're curious about which new cars you should avoid in the coming year, check out our video on 10 cars everyone will regret buying in 2026, where we break down the models that promise more than they deliver.